Hello beautiful people, my name is Jane and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be talking about karma and love, what karma says about love. Most times you hear people say things like maybe you are with somebody that was not faithful or somebody that did you wrong, and people are always like what goes around comes around and karma is going to get you eventually and all these things. So it's like karma and love go hand in hand, kind of. Karma is believed to be the universal law of cause and effect. Karma is the belief that what you put out there is what comes back to you, right? And love can be a battlefield. Everybody knows that, right? These days, mostly, there are people that would say whatever just to get their way. So it has not gotten easier. So if you've always wondered what is it that karma says about love, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of the sayings. This might help you be able to move on knowing that karma's got your back if you believe in it, because what you put out there is what you get back. It doesn't always happen the way you want it to, like with the time frame. I'm just going to get into it, okay? So one of the most famous sayings, or one of the most famous things that karma says about love is that you're going to love the person you love is not going to love you because you did not love the person that loved you. I hope that's how it's said though. Yeah, I think so. Like the person that you're going to fall in love with is not like eventually you're going to fall in love with somebody that is not going to love you for not loving a person that loved you. Personally, I think this is true. Yeah. Most times it might not actually be as intense as the way it sounds, but we've all liked somebody that maybe from afar you've questioned somebody that you can't have, or for whatever reason, I don't know. That's why they say in love, use your heart like a tool. I don't know where I heard that. I think it was in a song. There's no guarantee that the one you love is going. Yes, it was definitely a song. What was that song? It was one of these oldies, but it was a very good song. Say, there's no guarantee that the one you love is going to love you. Yes. So I think that's what this means, actually. Like, it's not everybody that loves you, everybody that wants to be with you that you would want to be with, for whatever reason. And also, it's not everybody that you want to be with or you love that would want the same thing. So, if you've ever wondered, yeah, karma says that about. Okay, this second one I love because it's true. It says, if you focus on the hurt, you will continue to suffer. But if you focus on the lesson, you will continue to grow. So most times when love does not go the way we want it to go, we're always, very holding on so much to the things that we're not supposed to hold on to, thinking about what he did, what she did, what it could have been that it wasn't, and all those things. And if you're so focused on that, you just continue to hurt and you continue to be unhappy. But if you look at what you learned from the whole situation, it kind of like makes it easier for you to say, you know what, it didn't work out, maybe because I deserve something better. You learn from it, you grow, and you move on. So I love this one. The third one is this one. So it says, if you succeeded in cheating someone, do not think that they are a fool. Just know that they trusted you more than you deserve. So when you think you played a fast one on somebody, it's not because you're smart. No, you're not smart. It's not because you're intelligent. It's not because you know more than the person. Not necessarily. It might just be because they trusted you more than you deserve, So for a person that feels like they were cheated, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're stupid or that you don't understand the game or any of those things that will make you hurt. It might just be because you trusted the wrong person, or you gave so much meaning to something that shouldn't have that much meaning in your life. And it doesn't make you less. It doesn't make you, it's just life. It's just love. Don't forget to use your heart like a tool. I don't really know what that means, but it sounds good. So the next one that's number 4. Wow, this one is very deep. It says, don't be happy when people say they love you and care about you. The question is, till when? Because just like the seasons, people change. Wow, it's true, right? When people say they love you, they care about you, most times it's just words, and not most of them stands the test of time. People might say a lot of things, oh, you're this, you're that, but at the first, once you guys run into a rough patch or when things are not so sunny and so beautiful, they're always the first to disappear. even with all the love that they've professed and all those things, they don't necessarily stand the test of time. So love is not, what I understand by this is that love is not words. Love is not what you say with your mouth. Love is not even necessarily what you feel, what you think. I think love is choices and decisions. Yeah, I think so. When you don't really feel it, or when you can't really say it, what do? Like when you're faced with obstacles and challenges, when you're with someone, what do you do? I think that's what love is. The next one that's number 5. Waiting is a sign of true love and patience. Anyone can say they love you, but not everyone will stick around to prove it. Wow, this is also deep, right? So when people say, most times, just like I said, earlier, most times people say whatever just to get their way. People will say, "Oh, I love you," just to get you to that point where you open yourself up to them and all that. So love has gotten tricky. I think it has always been tricky. So they say waiting is a sign of true love and patience. Like, what do you do when you don't get your way at the time that you want to get your way? There are people that are with you for what you provide for them, for what your presence means for them, for what you bring to the table. The table talk. Most people are with other people just because of that, what you bring to the table, and because you provide this at this particular time, you bring this at this particular time. Like, if they don't get those things that they want from you at the time that they want it, would they still love you? Would they still be there? Waiting is a sign of true love. Food for thought. The next one is, a lot of people are going to like this one. Say cheating is not a mistake, it's a choice. And loyalty is a responsibility, not a choice. Wow, this one has way too many meanings, but I'm just going to try to give one meaning. It says cheating is not a mistake, it's a choice. Like, even before, a person does not just wake up. In my experience, I don't know whether it happens, but I don't think a person will just wake up one morning, bam, and start cheating. Normally, there's always a build-up. There's always that point or that stage where you start doing something that you shouldn't be doing, but you should stop, but you don't stop yourself. You keep going until the build up and everything, until the climax, right? So you start doing things that you're not supposed to do. So it's not often a mistake, it's always a choice. You chose to. You knew you were at a party. If you really wanted to be faithful, there are some places you shouldn't go to. Even if you go there, you should know when to say, it's been a good night, or it's been fun, but now I need to go home. Well, you always overstay your welcome. It's a choice, right? It's a choice, good or bad. Whether there are things happening in your relationship that you feel like that's the reason why, it's always a choice. And also being loyal, being faithful is a responsibility. It's something that you carry with you. It's not always easy, but just like every other responsibility in your life, you take it serious and you do better, right? So the next one is, it says, if you love somebody more than they deserve, surely they will hurt you more than you deserve. Sounds cold, but it's true. It's true. Now that I think about it, yeah, it's true. Both in common sense and in karma, this is true. If you love somebody more than they deserve, if you pick a person, what's that saying about pigs and jewels? You know the one. So if you love somebody more than they deserve, or it's just like knowing somebody's not worth it, but still thinking that you have the power to, I don't know. But if you love somebody more than they deserve, they're surely going to hurt you more than you deserve. So think about that the next time you want to go the extra mile for somebody that does not deserve it. Somebody you know does not deserve it. Listen to your gut. That gut feeling you get when, listen to it. The next one is fake love. Fake love needs to be explained. True love needs to be expressed. Now, I will let you make of this one what you want, but I think it's self-explanatory, right? Fake love needs to be explained. If you often find your relationship, most times when your partner does something, they have to explain it to you. It doesn't give you that warm feeling. You don't get that feeling that you're in a place of warmth, right? Then it needs to be explained, yeah? But true love needs to be expressed. You know, when a person is expressing true love, maybe through their actions, their words, their whatever your love language is, you feel it within you that this is love, that you're safe, that you're in a peaceful place, that all this good stuff. So yes. The next one is, wow, I think I need to read this one out. Say sometimes you have to suffer in life, not because you've been bad, but because you didn't realize when and where to stop being good. Wow. Sometimes you have to suffer in life, not because you're bad. No, not because you're bad, but because you didn't realize. Remember what I said about pigs and jewels, about giving so much to a person that is not worth it. Most times we do these things because we don't know. But there's always that gut feeling. There's always that feeling that something is off. But most times, because we're already emotionally attached, we want to keep pushing on. We feel like if we put so much good into it, if we put so much love into it, then it's finally going to become what we want it to be. But it's not always the case. It's not always the case. Any love that makes you feel like you have to be extra, you have to do extra, or you have to be less of yourself, or you have to be, shrink yourself for whatever reason, it's not always right. It's not always true. So most times people get hurt. That's why you hear things like people with good hearts always get hurt. Because you didn't know where and when to stop being good. You didn't know where and when to say what you say. You know what? I'm down. Learn that today. Learn to take better care of yourself. The next one is, this one says, you will never understand the damage you did until it's done to you. Wow. That's true. That's so true. Especially in love. Most times you walk away from somebody, or you're with somebody, you're doing some things, there are some behaviors that you're exhibiting, and if you feel like it's your right, it's who I am, it's my zodiac sign, I'm an, whatever that you think you are, and that's how we do, that's how we behave, and to you it's okay, right? Until the table turns and somebody else is doing the same thing to you, that's when you realize what it was that you did. That's why the older you get, the better you get at love. Not for everybody do, but for the people that want to learn. The older you get, there are some things you did in your first relationship that when you think about them these days, you're like, oh my God. You're like, no, that wasn't me, right? Because you didn't know, but because you've had it done to you, now you understand what it means, what pain is. Wow. Okay, the next one is, everybody knows this one, what goes around comes around, right? I've heard this even before I knew what karma was. I've been hearing what goes around comes around. I didn't get it until my first heartbreak. No, I don't, not like, but my first disappointment, basically. Because this doesn't just apply to love. This applies to every other aspect of life. What goes around comes around. What you put out there is what you get back in return. You might not get it today, you might not get it tomorrow, but eventually it comes back to you. That's what this one means. The next one is, I think I've said this one some other time. It said the way people treat you is their karma. The way you react is yours. I've heard people say things like, he cheated on me, so I cheated back. You're both now on the same wavelength. No, let that not sound like I'm judging somebody that was hurt and they felt the need to hurt the other person back, because for some people that's their, if you do to them, there are people that are not very forgiving. If you do to them, they always have to find a way to get back at you and all those things. But what I'm saying is, what a person does to you is their karma. Like, that's what they've put out in the world and that's what they're going to get back. So don't let somebody reduce you to their level or bring you to be a person that you're not. Most times people hurt us and you leave that relationship or eventually it ends. But when you move on to another relationship, you find that you're doing to somebody else what that person did to you. Like, you basically become the person that hurt you, right? So that doesn't make sense. That's why there are so many damaged people out here. Most people do not know how to let go of the baggage, do not know when and where to drop it, and how to preserve themselves and keep being themselves, even though it's like, this happened to me because I'm too good of a person. Like, if I were like this, and then you become that. But basically what's happening is that you becoming that automatically changes your karma. Hope that makes sense. So be good and open your eyes so you don't end up becoming what you're not because of a pain you do not know how to manage. The next one is, it says the love you send out into the universe you will get to know is the love that returns back to you. I'll let you make sense of that. Is that true? I mean, maybe eventually, because I can't judge with just what I've seen. But I think eventually, if you're really being good with a good heart, clean mind, most times people appear good, but they're not good. Like when you really get to know them, you see that they're not good. When you have clean mind and you're really being sincere, right? You're really being sincere. Most times you see people and you see two people in a relationship and you're like this is off. Like the dynamics is off. Like this person shouldn't be with this person. This person does not deserve this person. And sometimes you feel pissed about it. But truth is, you never really know. I try to believe, maybe this is me trying to make sense of it. I try to believe that what you deserve will always come to you, but you have to be open for it. Most times when you're with somebody that doesn't deserve you and you're just holding on to the things that you shouldn't be holding on to. There are people that come into your life and they are not meant to stay. They are meant to be a temporal lesson. Just learn to let go of situations that are not meant for you, for situations that shouldn't be for you, and be good. Open up your heart for the things that you do deserve to come into your life. Hope that makes sense. Yes, it does. The next one is, if you break somebody's heart and they still talk to you with the same excitement and respect, believe me, they truly love you. I saw this post somewhere where somebody posted this and somebody said, yeah, it's either they truly love you or they are back for revenge. It can be either one. Let me put it that way. Yeah, most times they are still in your life, but if they still have the same excitement, still give you the same respect, still maybe means that they truly did love you. And I also saw a post somewhere. I know this one does not have anything to do with karma. They said if you break up with somebody and you're still able to be friends with the person, still be cool with the person, it's either they still love you or they never loved you. Wow, that makes this one make sense more. Yeah, I think so. It's either they never loved you or they still love you. That's why it's not always very good to keep your exes around, especially the ones that don't know when it's over. They might just be sticking around waiting for, an opportunity to swoop back in and stay away from your exes, right? Love them from afar. Be friends with them from afar, right? And so when something is done, it should be done, okay? The next one this should be the last one. This one says, if you expect a woman to be an angel in your life, you have to first of all create heaven for her, because angels don't live in hell. Yeah. This is self-explanatory. I don't think I need to explain it. Also, if you want a guy to be an angel in your life, you have to be his peace. You have to be his safe place. Alright? So these things go both ways. All these things I've said is not for girls, it's not for guys, it's for everybody that has ever experienced love, that is in love, that is expecting love, that is hoping for love, that loves, basically. So it's for everybody. So if you've ever wondered, what does karma say about love? These are some of the things that karma says about love. There's so many other ones. I'm sure there's so many other ones. But Nigerians will say, do good so good will follow you. Okay? So in love, try your best. We're all human beings. None of us are perfect. But do unto others what you would want them to do to you. Do to others what you know that if it's done to you, you wouldn't mind. That's basically the whole point of this video. So thank you guys for watching it. Thank you for watching it till the end. I really appreciate having you guys here. I really, really do. Thank you so much. And thank you so much. And don't forget to check out some of my other videos as well. I have so many others that I would want you to watch. So please check them out. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to give it a like and share it with other people you feel like they should see it. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.